Today, we're looking at something that, well, it might feel like second nature, almost automatic sometimes, but it's actually a real cornerstone of how we connect. We're talking about small talk.
Yeah, exactly. And we've gathered some really interesting takes on what it actually is, how it works in different areas of life, and, why getting comfortable with it can make a real difference.
Right. And for those listening who like to get straight to the point, understand things quickly. Consider this your kind of streamlined guide. We want you to feel well-informed about this, well, pretty essential social skill. No fluff, just the key stuff. So our mission today is really to unpack the maybe underestimated power of small talk and see why it matters so much in just everyday interactions.
That's a great way to put it, because fundamentally small talk is that initial sort of easygoing chat we have. It's the gentle way in, gets the conversation started. Think of it like unlocking that initial silence when you meet someone new. It's the bridge, really.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we saw a great little example thinking about, say, being in a bakery. All those amazing cakes and pastries.
Oh, yeah. Always tough.
Right. Just saying something simple like, wow, they always have too many good things here, don't they? Hard to choose. That shared feeling. It can create a little connection right there.
Absolutely. Finding that tiny bit of common ground. And what's really key, I think, from what we looked at, is how simple it can be.
Yeah, that stood out.
You don't need to pull out some profound thought or have a huge vocabulary ready. Simple, kind of general questions often work best.
Like what sort of things?
Well, just, have you been to this place before? Or maybe, what do you like to do in your free time? Just easy invitations for the other person to share a little something.
Yeah, totally. And it's not just theory. There was that story about the conference, remember?
Oh, all right.
Someone just asked, so how did you find the presentation? Just that. Nothing complicated. And it opened the door to making new connections.
Exactly. It really shows that small talk doesn't need to be deep or serious. It can just be about, everyday stuff. The weather, what you did on the weekend, hobbies.
Right. And it seems to change a bit depending on where you are, too. It's quite adaptable.
Oh, definitely. That's a key point. It's not one size fits all. How it works in different situations really shows its versatility.
Okay, so take social stuff, like parties or maybe networking things. It can feel a bit awkward meeting new people sometimes.
Sure can.
Small talk seems like the perfect way to just ease in. Asking something simple like, so how do you know the host? Or even just noticing something like, hey, I really like your jacket. Where did you get it? It just lowers the barrier, doesn't it?
It does. It makes things feel more comfortable. And then you've got professional settings.
Right. Work stuff.
Yeah. It's super useful for just, breaking the ice before you dive into the serious business talk.
Ah, okay. Creates a better atmosphere.
Exactly. More relaxed, more agreeable. And like you mentioned with the conference, it's huge for networking. Just asking, what brought you to this event today, can lead somewhere really useful.
And it's not just for big events or work, is it? What I found interesting was how much it pops up in just like regular daily life.
Oh, absolutely. Those little moments.
Yeah. Like chatting for a second at the coffee shop, what's your favorite drink here? Or asking someone in a store, how long have you worked here? Even just, telling a neighbor their flowers look nice.
Right. Your flowers look beautiful. Simple.
These might seem tiny, but the sources suggest they add up, making things more pleasant and even building a bit of community feel.
And there's a kind of ripple effect, isn't there? We saw some great examples of that.
Like what?
Well, that question, how do you know Mark at a party, right? It ended up leading to a whole chat about music preferences.
Ah, okay. An unexpected connection.
Exactly. Or, just commenting on someone's dog in the park, boom, you're talking about pets. Or even just saying, wow, it's pretty crowded today, isn't it? At a cafe.
Yeah, acknowledging the shared situation.
It might seem small, but these little threads, they kind of weave together the social fabric,
Okay, so if we want to get better at this, what actually works? What are some, effective techniques?
Well, the big thing that came through consistently was being friendly, seeming relaxed, and actually showing some genuine interest, like you actually want to know the answer.
Right, not just firing off questions.
No, exactly. And maybe the most crucial part, listening. Really listening to the response.
Why is listening so key here?
Because that's where you get your clues. It tells you what to ask next, keeps the conversation actually flowing, instead of just, question, answer, question, answer.
That makes total sense. It's about the back and forth. We saw that example, didn't we? If someone mentions they like gardening.
Ah, yeah, the gardening one.
You don't just nod, you follow up.
Oh.
Like, oh, really? I've always wanted to try growing tomatoes.
Yep.
Are they hard to take care of? Shows you were listening and you're interested.
Precisely. It shows engagement. And the material we looked at had loads of these simple starters for different places.
Oh, yeah. Like where?
Okay, so imagine you're in a waiting room. Bit awkward, maybe?
Yeah, usually silent.
Right. You could just try, have you been waiting long? Or maybe, do you come here often? Or even just, it's quiet in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Low pressure stuff.
Okay. What about the grocery store? Always bumping into people there.
Yeah. Maybe you see someone picking up a huge watermelon. Wow, that looks like a heavy one. Or you're looking at teas. Do you know if this brand is any good? Again, simple shared context.
And it works for loads of places, right? Like kids' school events.
Definitely. Which class is your child in, or is this your first time at one of these? Easy connections?
That's at a bank, maybe?
Gosh, the line seems to be moving slowly today. Shared frustration.
Oh, yeah.
We're...
Or the coffee shop again?
This place always smells so good, doesn't it? Sensory details work well.
Public transport. That can be a bit tricky.
Could be. But sometimes a simple long day, or a bit crowded today, isn't it? Can work, depending on the vibe.
Visiting someone's house.
Oh, that's a good one. Compliments are great there. Your home is lovely. Or did you decorate this room yourself? Shows appreciation.
Okay, so compliments generally are a good way in.
Yes, absolutely. The sources highlighted that. A genuine compliment feels good to receive, and it's a really natural conversation starter.
Like the jacket example earlier, or the flowers.
Exactly. I really like your jacket, or your flowers look beautiful. Simple, positive, effective.
Okay, makes sense. Now, what about getting out of the conversation? Sometimes that feels like the hardest part. You don't want to be rude.
Yeah, ending gracefully is important. The key seems to be leaving things on a positive note.
How do you do that?
Well, something straightforward like, well, it was really great talking to you. Hope we can chat again sometime.
Okay, friendly.
Or, I really enjoyed our conversation. Have a great day. It just provides a clear, polite closing. Leaves a good feeling.
Right. And ultimately, it sounds like it just comes down to practice.
Pretty much, yeah. Like any skill, really. The more you do it, the more comfortable it feels.
So the advice is basically look for those little opportunities every day.
That's it. Chat with your neighbor for a minute. Say something quick to the person at the checkout. It doesn't have to be a big deal.
And don't worry about saying the absolute perfect thing.
Not at all. The sources suggest being yourself and just showing genuine interest is way more important. And honestly, most people actually appreciate it when someone makes the effort to start a conversation.
So wrapping this all up then, what's the big takeaway? Why should we, bother with small talk?
I think the core message is that small talk, even though it seems, well, small, it's actually a really powerful tool for connecting with people. It genuinely enhances both our social and our professional interactions. It's often the very first step to making friends. It gets work conversations started on the right foot. And honestly, it just helps build your confidence in dealing with people.
So it's fundamental, really not trivial.
Absolutely fundamental.
Okay, so here's something to think about as you go about your day. What if those little hellos, those shared observations, actually hold more potential than we think? What unexpected connections or even opportunities might pop up if you intentionally leaned into small talk just a little bit more? How might that subtly change your daily interactions, maybe even your sense of community? Definitely something worth considering.